What's up, guys? Becca Me is here. We're at Smallville, Season 7, Episode 5. Action! Okay, so this episode starts off at like a film play a film like set for the new Warrior Angel movie, and Clark's like, what do you don't like about a farm boy who grows up to fight the villain kid, kind of like how Clark who grew up to fight Lex Luthor, and wink wink, and yeah. So then we meet the main star, Rachel Davenport, and is that episode was all written by Carlene Deers, I think that's her name, who also produces Bowen. I want to know if I'm saying her name right. Anyway, yeah, she writes on the show. She produces. She's a producer for Batwoman season 1 and 2. So anyway, but back to this. Anyway, yeah, but then Rachel Davenport, she she gets into her brake won't move, so Clark has to save her. So yeah, so that like Lois's editor, because Lois is in this episode back again. Lois's editor is like, oh yeah, you have to. Lois is like, Lois wants to write the story about the, the Luther and the dam and the Luther and the dam and all the and all the and all like the stuff that Lex is doing with the with the with the soldiers or something. But he's like, no, we don't talk about the Luthers. We drop it. Yeah, I think that's weird that everyone else doesn't like the Luthers, but everyone, if a normal editor would be like, yeah, Lois, we don't like the Luthers either. We would want you to write about it. But this guy's like, oh, yeah, we can't touch the Luthers, so drop your story. But yeah, but knowing Lois, she doesn't drop her story, so she goes to confront Lex, and Lex just they're kicked out. So Clark goes to meet with meet with Rachel da- da- Davenport, and, and she's like, your brake your the reason why your car didn't move was because your brakes were cut. So yeah, so let me see Lionel. Yeah, Lionel's in this episode, and he's being kidnapped by this woman by name yeah, and this woman, she won't let go, and this woman, she called someone who we later find out to be, gonna tell about later. So yeah, giving you the mystery of who this person is. Unless you haven't already watched this episode, then you know who the person is. But yeah, so so Lana, she's living with Clark now, and yeah, so yeah, so she had one job. Actually, no, she's living with Clark now, and 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 she gets them scene. And I like when Lana says, "Hey, maybe Clark can do that scene with me later." I kind of like that. Lana's like, maybe Clark can say how he loves her too. Yeah, and Kara, she's not in this episode because she's kind of still mad at Clark because the whole, last episode with him siding with John Jones over his own cousin sort of thing, which I still don't get. Yeah, anyway, yeah, Kara's not in this episode, so yeah, so so yeah, so yeah, so yeah, so it's revealed that the person who cut the brakes was the director of the movie because he he doesn't like that order because Clark talks to Lex and all that stuff. And Clark says, and it's kind of sad that Lex stopped reading his Word Angel comics after he and Clark broke off their friendship. It's kind of sad that the whole he could have kept reading them, but it could have reminded him of Clark. Kind of sad, but anyway, yeah. It's revealed that the direct. So yeah, so once revealed the director's like, the director sends Clark a note saying once it's revealed the director, director Ben is the bad guy. He sends a note saying how how Clark's the only one that can save the world. So so yeah, he says that they're leaving, and Rachel puts a masseuse in Clark's house for some reason. So yeah, so they leave, and it's revealed that the person working for keeping Lionel there is Lana. Yet for some reason, Lana does not want someone people to know Lex is alive. I mean, Lionel is alive. Sorry, not Lex. Lionel. And Lionel does find out. Lex does find out Lana's alive. Gets gets knocked out by gets knocked out by the lady. But then Lionel kills the lady with 3 punches. Boom, 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 and kills the lady. Yeah, and yeah, and and but the director Ben guy tries to kill Lana because in the comics the villains kill War Angel's girlfriend, so Ben wants to kill Lana, and he throws her off roof, but then Clark saves her, and yeah, saves her. So yeah, so and leaves, and Ben kind of keeps Lex Clark's secret because Lex is like, hey, you were kicking, screaming, saying how you saw someone use superpower, and he's like, let me hear that story. And he's like, I know nothing. So yeah, kind of protecting Clark's secret, and yeah, and Rachel leaves, giving Clark a red. Leaves, giving him a prop from the movie, which is a red cape, a red blanket, which he leaves on on the on the which he leaves on the fence. And also Lionel's like, oh Lana, I know you were the one that wanted me to die and just put me there. And she's like, what are you talking about? He's like, let's fill me in on everything. You may not have the Luther name, but you have the claws of a Luther. So so yeah, he's like, does Clark know? And he's like, no, Clark doesn't even know. He's like, if it's good for you, if it's good for you, Lana, you should stay away from Clark so he doesn't know who you are becoming, or something like that. Basically, that wraps up this episode. Okay, so this episode we had no Jimmy and no Kara. Jimmy probably still, yeah, and yeah, and Lois and her new editor, kind of, or kind of like I think they're like having this sort of relationship that will blossom into a dating relationship. Cause yeah, that's what I'm between her and Oliver. Her and Oliver were kind of not friends, but then they became friends, and then they became a relationship. Her and her editor are not friends, and they probably will become friends, and will probably become a relationship. So yeah. So we had no Jimmy because he's still probably mad at Chloe. We had no Kara because she's still mad at Clark for citing John Jones over her in the last sighting with John Jones over her because of the last episode. And yeah, so like, comment, subscribe. I hope you guys have a wonderful afternoon. I'll see you next Smallville.